Coming up today on News 6, a revised bill allowing faculty to carry guns on campus passes the House Education Committee.
Firing squads could become a style of execution in Arkansas if one legislator has her way.
Drug testing for people on welfare. Would it work, and how much will it cost Arkansas?
And one Arkansas county is getting creative with ways to fight shoplifting. All of these stories and more. Stay with us. News 6 starts right now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brianna Baker.
And I'm Flora Violo.
The Arkansas House of Education has passed a bill allowing public college faculty and staff to carry weapons while on campus. The bill will require those who choose to carry to take active shooter training. It also allows schools to choose whether or not to allow guns at sports events, medical schools, and daycares on campus. This is the second time that this bill by Representative Charlie Collin has been proposed. The amendments come 3 weeks after the first draft. Collins says he believes the bill will provide armed resistance to gunmen while also deterring potential gunmen.
Representative Rebecca Petty proposed a bill that would allow firing squad executions in Arkansas. If passed, Arkansas would become one of the handful of states in history to legalize firing squad executions. Senator Bart Esther, one of the sponsors of the bill, said having firing squad as another form of execution would send the message capital punishment can be performed in Arkansas. Hester said his preference would be to proceed with lethal injection, but other forms of execution are needed because some judges in Arkansas have technicalities allowing them to get out of issuing the lethal injection death penalty. Faulkner County prosecuting attorney Cody Island explained what having firing squad executions would mean for the way death penalty cases are handled. The last execution in Arkansas took place in 2005 when Eric Randall Nance was sentenced to death by lethal injection. There are currently 32 prisoners on death row in Arkansas.
Today, between 15,000 to 17,000 Arkansans are receiving welfare from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. Now, Arkansas is filing a bill to require those wanting government assistance to be screened and drug tested. Many people are backing this bill because it gives citizens accountability. Others are worried that it may be too expensive and could make certain citizens feel targeted. But it's been said that no one will be randomly tested. The screening process will be a questionnaire to see if a person should be tested. So it is hard to calculate a price for now, says Senator Blake Johnson.
He also stated that it would work similar to the system that Missouri, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Michigan already have and use. Greene County, Arkansas has a new option of punishment for shoplifters that will hopefully help deter other people from shoplifting. Shoplifters are given a choice of 3 days in jail or holding a sign in front of the courthouse for 3 hours, which also consists of 6 months probation, counseling classes, and fines. About a third of the cases on docket are shoplifting, and just this week about 15 people pleaded guilty to shoplifting charges. They're hoping that this sign will discourage shoplifters because it's a type of a public shaming. Only first-time offenders can take part in the program. Officials say it's too early to tell the kind of impact it has right now.
Well, this cold weather appears to actually be bothering a lot of people. Benton police took Queen Elsa, the popular character from the Disney movie Frozen, into custody after reports of her freezing everything in sight. The Benton Police Department posted photos on Facebook showing the Queen's arrest. The Benton PD aren't the only ones getting creative with this winter weather. In order to avoid making up school days, many schools, including Conway Christian and St. Joseph, are using cyber days to make up for lost time in the classroom. Conway and Mayflower Public Schools are adding days on the end of their school year. So this cold is bothering everyone, apparently.
Yes, today is really, really cold, but we don't have any snow or rain.
Well, actually, we are actually under a 20% chance of snow. So it's really small chance, and so I don't think it'll actually come through. But everywhere around us, it's snowing. So I think we'll get a little bit. Even next week, we're expecting a little bit more of a little bit of snow and some rain, mixed together. So the cold is staying. So that's what we got to keep in mind. But I'll give you more details when we get back. Stay with us.
Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous.
For those dealing with the struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for advice and support.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Flores. Let's go through the weather so we can kind of see what's going on. Actually, we're having another storm coming in this weekend. It's called Winter Storm Sparta, and it's actually where it's hitting the hardest right now. I'm going to move over just a little bit. Is in Texas. Right now, they're covered in snow, and they're definitely experiencing that winter that had been taken so long to get here. So as you guys can see, it's starting all from Texas and Oklahoma. We're getting the cold, like we talked about earlier, but we're not getting a lot of the snow anymore. We kind of took advantage of that the last 2 weeks. And it's actually moving through all the way across the country. So definitely over Colorado. Just the snow, it's everywhere. And we're definitely experiencing that. I mean, there's temperatures in the Midwest that are below zero. And as well, the Northeast. We already know that they have a lot of snow going on up there. So the snow will actually continue to move through the weekend and get a little bit better on Sunday. But it will definitely continue to be cold for us. So let's look at our state map so we can kind of see the temperatures. Fayetteville right now is actually at the lowest temperature, and they're still experiencing some snow today. They have been getting a lot of snow this winter. In Fort Smith, they're at 28, also experiencing some snow. In Jonesboro, also some snow with at 26 degrees. And for us, like I said, we may be experiencing a little bit of snow, but it's only a 20% chance. So I'm really not sure that's actually going to hit. Hot Springs also experiencing a little bit of just flurries coming in. In Texarkana, they have snow right now, and I know that they're enjoying it, being out of school for a little bit. So if we take a look at our extended forecast, so that way we can plan through the weekend. I know that we usually want snow days whenever we can stay home and evade work or school, but it will actually be hitting this weekend. So tomorrow we will experience a little bit of rain and snow. So the temperature will be really cold, but it's just 20% chance. So just rather be prepared. And the weather can surprise us anyway, but it's just a 20% chance. And then tomorrow night, we are experiencing just some rain, and it'll be a low of 33. So if we look at our extended forecast, we can see, like I said, that the temperatures will drop down. The interesting day now is on Tuesday. The temperatures are going to go up to 69, and we're actually going to be experiencing a lot of thunderstorms, and that's a 90% a chance of that. So the weather is definitely going to be bad that day in a different way that we've been experiencing these last couple of weeks. So the temperatures after that, they will be in the 40s and the lows in the 20s. Wednesday is a little interesting. We have to watch out for. We'll just see how the weather, develops. But it'll be we have 70% chance of rain and snow. So definitely keep an eye out for Wednesday. Tuesday is going to be weird, but there's definitely going to be some rain. So that's all I have for the weather. I hope you have a great weekend. My name's Elizabeth Flores.
Well, even though the snow days are behind us, there's still a lot of reason to worry when it comes to driving. The melting snow and ice affect many aspects of driving, even those aspects that drivers can't see, like underneath their cars. According to auto expert, not getting rid of the snow, sleet, and salt mix underneath their cars could hinder drivers' ability to control or even stop their car. Eventually, the salt mix can deteriorate the metal parts it comes in contact with, leading to major damage down the road. One simple and expensive solution is recommended by experts is to wash your car and clean underneath.
So, Brittany, I heard it's going to be a busy weekend for basketball, right?
Right. The Sugar Bears have a game tonight, and then the Sugar Bears and the Bears have games Saturday.
Nice. I was also looking forward to lots of track things I heard that are happening, right?
Right. Eric Moore is actually going to Boston for a national competition in track, so that should be exciting for him. But we'll have more on that when we come back.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The University of Central Arkansas may be close to home, but it's taken me far. Through study abroad programs and teaching science to children in Rwanda. I've also had the opportunity to do cancer research as an undergrad. And I've discovered Greek life that's about giving back and having fun. UCA put me and my education front and center. Learn how at uca.edu.
Welcome back. Tonight at 6:30, the UCA Sugar Bears will take on the Bearcats at Johnson Coliseum in Huntsville, Texas. This will be the first time since 1987 that the Sugar Bears will take on the same opponent in consecutive games. Tonight's game is huge for the Sugar Bears. If they win, they will get a Southland Conference tournament berth for the 5th straight season. In the last matchup between the Sugar Bears and the Bearcats, the Sugar Bears won 66 to 63. The Sugar Bears will play another game at home on Saturday at 2 p.m. against Southeastern Louisiana. In Bear basketball, their final home game will be tomorrow night. Normally, the last home game is Senior Day. However, this team has no seniors this season. Instead, they will be honoring the former Bear radio announcer, Monty Roll. The Bears will take on the Lions at 4 p.m. In the last matchup on February 10th between Southeastern and UCA, Southeastern won 83 to 58. The Bears got too far behind in the first half to make a comeback in the second half. Hopefully, this time they won't make that mistake. In track, freshman Eric Moore will be headed to Boston for the USATF National Indoor Championships tomorrow and Sunday. He recently tied for the top spot for the Southland Conference Indoor Championships and set a school jump record of 7-1. He is also the holder of the 4 top jump heights in UCA track and field history. The USATF National Indoor Championships will be live streamed on the NBC Sport Network channel and online at usatf.tv.
So, Brittany, it seems like everyone's heating up on the courts, on the track, field, right? Track and fields. There you go. Do you really think the Bears are going to win?
Honestly, I don't know. They didn't do very well in the last matchup between Southeastern, so I don't think they're going to win this time.
And what do you think about the freshman Eric Moore? Does he have any chance to win in the national competition?
Yeah, I think he has a great shot. He's just a freshman, but he's already broken so many school records, and he's doing really well, so I look forward to great things from him.
Well, thank you, Brittany.
Thanks.
The Little Rock Marathon, despite multiple complications, is still scheduled for this weekend after news of the labor strike keeping the metals from their making way to Arkansas and winter weather causing shutdowns across the state. One would expect the marathon to be moved to a different date, but a recent news release stated that cold weather would not stop the race and that the medals will arrive in late March. For now, finishers of the race will be awarded temporary medals designed by Hasty Award of Ottawa, Kansas. The Little Rock Marathon is set for Sunday, March 1st at 8 a.m.
When animals in Faulkner County are neglected, there is no shelter to house them. Bringing us more on the topic of county animal control is UCA News 6 reporter Tori Lambert.
There's currently not a county animal shelter. Organizations such as Last Chance Arkansas are stepping up to help animals in Faulkner County that have been abused or abandoned. Last Chance Arkansas representatives Susan Shaddocks and Carrie Kessler said that animal control should be on the radar of Faulkner County residents.
We have a tremendous pet overpopulation problem, and it primarily stems from people letting their dogs run loose, people dumping their dogs, they breed, they reproduce, we have more unwanted puppies. So it becomes a tremendous problem. We have dogs that are starving, dogs that are run over, dogs that are picked up and abused. So it really, I think it affects all of us who care about animals.
Shaddocks and Kessler said Faulkner County taxpayers are giving money towards creating a county shelter.
There is about $800,000 that has been collected when citizens have paid their personal property tax.
They explained that many people are discouraged by the fact that a county shelter is not being built.
I've heard so many people that say, well, we've contributed to this for 8 or more years now and we still don't have a shelter. And those people, if they don't see that tax money being spent, I'm worried that they will stop contributing to that unless they see something actually start to happen.
Kessler and Shaddocks suggested one solution to the issue of animal control in Faulkner County would be to build a county shelter gradually over time.
Get the shelter going and build it in phases. It doesn't have to be as big and elaborate maybe as our city shelter is right now. If it could even be close to the jail. I know that the city of Sheridan located their shelter right next to the county jail. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. And they have the inmates help them. They just walk right next door and help care for the pets.
Will there ever be a shelter for man's best friend in Faulkner County? Only time will tell. Reporting for UCA News 6, this is Tori Lambert.
Thanks, Tori. Coming up after the break, time's running out for a decision over funding of the Department of Homeland Security.
And we'll talk about the current social media trends. Stay with us. News 6 will be right back.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
For those dealing with the struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for advice and support.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
At the University of Central Arkansas, I've encountered world-changing academics and game-changing athletics, helping me become a regular on the Southland Conference Honor Roll. I was able to graduate early with a business degree, and now I'm seeking a second degree in physical education, all while playing Division I volleyball, softball, and soccer. UCA put me and my education front and center. Learn how at uca.edu.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
For you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
A temporary fix to funding a fight over the Department of Homeland Security is being debated in Washington right now. Lawmakers are deciding on a possible 3-week extension that would prevent a shutdown that is set to take effect at midnight. Polo Sandoval has more on why this won't be the end of the debates in Congress.
It's down to the wire. By midnight, thousands at the Department of Homeland Security could be furloughed. Thousands more face working for IOUs if Congress does not reach a compromise. The fate of funding the agency responsible for keeping the United States safe remains unclear.
The bill as amended is passed.
The Senate did manage to pass a clean measure this morning. It was a bill funding the DHS through the end of the fiscal year in September, leaving out any restrictions on the president's immigration plan. Problem is, House Republicans are not giving in the way their Senate counterparts did.
House Republicans have a plan that is a staggering failure of leadership that will prolong this manufactured crisis of theirs and endanger the security of the American people.
Some House Republicans argue a DHS shutdown would not lead to crisis.
When you look at the Department of Homeland Security, at least 85% of it are essential services, which means whether or not the funding runs out, the essential services will continue. Border Patrol, Custom Border Protection, ICE, among them.
A short-term fix will likely come in the form of a stopgap funding measure. The piece of legislation would keep DHS fully operational for another 3 weeks. The leading Republican in the House is turning to Twitter with his argument. Speaker John Boehner blames the funding fight on Senate Democrats and offers to settle a very different debate sweeping the nation. I'm Polo Sandoval reporting in Washington.
Well, guys, everyone keeps talking about this black and blue dress or this gold and white dress, and I really don't understand the big deal, but apparently there's some crazy science around it, and I have no idea.
I think it's so interesting. I mean, right now we were just talking about it, and you guys see it black and blue, and we're sure that it's white and gold, and it's the same picture. So I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome.
It's crazy.
I just think that I knew that there was some type of, I think it's all about filters or something. In my head, that's my theory. I mean, conspiracy theory. However, I still think this is the troll of the century that's happening on the internet right now, that everyone's arguing whether this dress is black and blue or gold and white. However, I think it's periwinkle, which is a specific type of blue.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like to me.
I just think it's about light sensitivity of people, but I don't really know, and I don't see what the matter either about this dress.
Yeah, I just think it's super interesting. I mean, yeah, I think it's something like genetically, like how your eyes see and the lighting, so I don't know. I think it's awesome, yeah.
Well, tell us what you think on our Twitter at UCA News 6.
Coming up after the break, we will take one last look at your weekend weather.
Stay with us. News 6 will be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC. or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
For those dealing with the struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for advice and support.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
At the University of Central Arkansas, I've encountered world-changing academics and game-changing athletics, helping me become a regular on the Southland Conference Honor Roll. I was able to graduate early with a business degree, and now I'm seeking a second degree in physical education, all while playing Division I volleyball, softball, and soccer. UCA put me and my education front and center. Learn how at uca.edu.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
For you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back. Well, we just got word that Queen Elsa has apparently broken out of jail because it is lightly snowing outside.
Yes, so please, Elizabeth, give us a last look at the weather.
Yeah, so let's go through our weather again to kind of remind ourselves like what we need to prepare for. So we're actually going to see that tomorrow we'll have a 20% chance of rain and a little bit of snow, but it's just 20% chance, although today it was just 20% and we're getting a little bit of snow, so it is coming through. Then on Sunday it will be raining and the temperatures will be in the 40s except for Tuesday. Tuesday will go up to 69. So it's just, you know, something that we have to keep an eye out. And then it will actually be thunderstorms. So not just rain, but it'll be really strong rain. So definitely keep that in mind. And then Wednesday is the day to watch out for. There's a 70% chance of precipitation with rain and a little bit of snow. So we'll see what happens on Thursday where it's supposed to be sunny. So even if something does happen, it might not stick overnight. But that's what you can expect for next week. And that's all I have for weather.
Well, since it's snowing outside, we have a video of all the snow that's coming down. Early, but hopefully maybe it'll pick up a little bit for the weekend. Well, that's a look at your news for this February 27th. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, you can email us at ucanews6@gmail.com.
Also, check us out online at ucaeco.net.
And be sure to keep up with us on Facebook and Twitter, and also on YouTube on Channel 6. I'm Bree Baker.
And I'm Flora Violo. For Brittany Breeding, Elizabeth Flores, and all of us at News 6, thank you for joining us and good night.